for about 2.5 months. However, I'm going to be going over what I've been dealing with regarding the S15 with registration and transferring the title from Florida to Georgia to get this car roadworthy so I can finally drive. Making this video, hopefully it sheds some light on the situation regarding import vehicles, because I know it's going to be something more common now that the 25-year rule is finally hitting for a lot of these cars. I did record the whole process and all the phone calls and walking into the places and getting denied, just in case any of you were confused or trying to get more prepped on importing your vehicle and or getting it titled and registered in your state. And like I said, I've been through a whole 2.5 month struggle with this car. I went through the tag office about 3 or 4 times, which there was a lot of misinformation and confusion. They gave me an informational packet on K vehicles, which isn't an S15. I escalated to the Georgia Department of Revenue Motor Vehicle Division because that's kind of who the tag office has to listen to. And after going back and forth for about 2 weeks with different people and misinformation and confusion as well, I finally got somebody who helped me process it. Not only that, I messaged the previous owner of the vehicle and I tried to get a little bit more information regarding the import on the vehicle. It was the United States versus Japan car, so the process to import it and the paperwork behind it is a little different than civilian. I tried to go down the route of getting all that import paperwork by myself. However, due to the service background of the previous owner, they couldn't release any information I was trying to get. So luckily I didn't have to get any of that information because the car did have a United States valid title. Regarding insurance on the S15, I do have State Farm, and surprisingly enough, the premium was actually a lot cheaper than it was on my G at the time. Now, to get the VIN to match on the insurance card was a little bit of a process, but my agent, luckily enough, was very patient with me. Definitely doing the due diligence on this car paid off. I did the T22B Vin Inspection form from a sheriff's department here where I live. I also even went as far as printing off all the state laws and the United States laws regarding import vehicles. If you guys are still following along in the video, it's greatly appreciated. I'm going to be basically explaining how I got my car registered, titled, and insured here in Georgia with an import vehicle and the process of that, as well as all the videos and calls that I've encountered during this whole entire thing. And so today I'm headed to my local tag office to hopefully register the S15 and finally get it on the road so I can drive it. I should have all the paperwork I need considering the car was legally registered and imported in Florida, but we'll see how that goes. Looks like we're here.
Window 9.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So I'm here to register a car that I just purchased a few weeks ago. A Nissan Silvia S15.
Upload it into the state's database. This VIN number is not going to be in here.
Yeah.
And your registration will get suspended.
It's not something that Georgia will allow for registration or title. So it's not approved for Georgia roads. So unfortunately, we can't do anything with this. I'm going by the title. And Georgia doesn't allow this vehicle on Georgia roads. So it's not anything that we can register or title. Now, Florida, on the other hand, they obviously did, but not Georgia.
Okay.
So
I'll have to look into that more because, like I said, I do.
we deal with this all the time.
Okay.
So you go.
All right. So just had an officer come by. To do a VIN verification check on the S15. Having some issues with trying to get this car registered. People are a little bit unfamiliar with it. I'm getting told different things, but we'll make it through and get this car roadworthy.
Thank you for calling the Georgia Department of Revenue Motor Vehicle Division.
That I did go to the local tag office twice. I was denied due to the confusion over the vehicle short VIN, which comes from the original Japanese domestic VIN system that uses fewer digits than the U.S. format. It's not related to K vehicle classification. I understand that K vehicles have restrictions in Georgia, but my car was never classified as a K car in Japan or the U.S. That's why I reached out, because I was hoping the Motor Vehicle Division could review all my documentations, and if everything checks out, provide written clarification I can give to the county tag office, so the tag office can process the title transfer correctly.
In that the VIN number does not really look like a VIN. But then I put it on the national database now, and it's bringing up what, like you said,
Mhm.
a 1999 Nissan vehicle. So I FMVSS compliant on a label. There should be a label placed on the door frame inside the driver's side. The label will
Because of the 25-year import rule, that's the whole point of that 25-year rule, is are exempt from federal motor vehicle safety standards, and as compliance is not required for the vehicles and lawfully permitted under entry.
exactly. So we won't be able to title or register that. They could do that elsewhere, but not in Georgia. So if that plate is not on there, we won't be able to title or register.
Good morning, thank you for calling Georgia Department of Revenue Motor Vehicle Division. Did they offer to contact your county help desk to see if they can assist them with this? Because when I looked up the VIN number under the National Motor Vehicle Information System, it is coming up that the VIN number that you gave me is coming up for a 1999 Nissan. Did they, when you went to the county, did they just turn you away, or did they? So what I'll do is, you can email me and I'll send it over to my supervisor to have them take a look at it to see if it can be accepted, and maybe they can reach out to let them know exactly what they need to do to process it.
Correct. I have a copy of everything you would need. Like I said, I do have valid State Farm insurance on the car, title. I already did the VIN inspection from the local sheriff office. I have the notarized bill of sale. I have everything that you would need.
Okay. And the information that you originally sent in just haven't received a response yet.
Yes, and like I did submit it about 3 weeks ago.
Patients, I had to reach out to the person that you submitted the package to, and they did some escalated, and they are waiting on a response. I did give her your number, and she said she would give you a call back soon as she gets some information since you sent her the package. And I just left a message with her to give you a call back.
From Georgia Department of Revenue and Motor Vehicle Division. I spoke with you on last week about your vehicle being processed. I just got word from my supervisor. They're saying that it can be processed. If the county tag office is having difficulties putting it in our system because of the VIN number, you could always have them give their county help desk. They can get assistance from them as in how to enter that information so that they can process your paperwork.
Serving T111 at window 3.
How you doing this morning?
Wonderful, thank you. How are you, sir?
It's already before, but due to some misinformation and confusion on the vehicle, it was unable to be processed at the time. I did escalate to the Georgia Department of Revenue Motor Vehicle Division, and I did speak with a few people there, and after speaking to a few supervisors, I got in clearance on the vehicle that I was able to be processed for titling and registration and road use here in Georgia. I do have the invoice and everything from them, and they said if you had any trouble regarding trying to process the vehicle, that you could call them or call the county clerk's office for help. So I do have everything that you would need regarding the vehicle.
How do you do one of these?
Because the vehicle is a Japanese vehicle, so in order to, yes.
Okay.
And like I said, I do have the invoice that I could play for you if you need from the motor vehicle department the supervisor. So I did print it out as well, just so you can read it.
This gentleman has a Japanese vehicle, and he's already talked to the state, and they said that we can title it. Once you take a look at it, let me know how I need to do.
Yep. Hello, how are you doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good. This is just the laws that I have printed, and I kind of just have like a statement there for you guys to read, if anything. Going over just the VIN and import laws regarding the vehicle.
I'm gonna make a copy of this just to keep, because, I mean, if somebody else comes in, and it's pretty much the same thing, at least we'll have some information. I mean, all I've got to go on is pretty much that and the national database, and I put in that VIN, and most of the time it will tell me that it's not for highway use.
Yeah, that's regarding the K vehicles. Like I said, it's just
Exactly.
it's kind of just an assumption due to the VIN.
Yeah, it's not very clear.
So like, do you do shows or something? Or anything?
Vehicles,
Oh, okay.
kind of the same, but this is like the first time doing a Japanese vehicle.
Well,
I appreciate that. All right, thank you so much. You as well.